Traveling full-time is a dream for many of us in our 20s, and I managed to achieve that dream after being a plasterer for 3 years. I quit my job and I've managed to build my own online business that earns over 10k a month while I travel full-time and to over 50 countries in the past few years. This video is going to be so different to any other video you've seen on this topic because I'm doing it in reverse. And the reason that I'm doing this is because you need to know your goal to then build the exact roadmap and actions that you need to take to get there. So by the end of the video, you'll have the exact actions that you need to take to go from where you are now to living that dream life of traveling full time. And the only thing that is stopping your current version of yourself and that version that is traveling full time is those set of actions. So let's learn what those set of actions are right now so you can start traveling full time. So number one, what is your goal? What are you optimizing for? So you want full-time travel, but what does that actually look like? Do you want to be moving every week between different countries? Do you want to be living just in one place, for example, in Bali? How do you want to build your business to then fund your lifestyle? What would that look like in your dream scenario? And I want you to put aside all the worries, all the doubts that you might have right now, and just picture what that ideal goal is, because we can't then determine what actions you need to take unless you are clear on the goal that you are trying to achieve. So for me, when I was a plasterer, I just wanted to travel full time and I wanted to have a base and maybe live in a few different places while I traveled. And I managed to do that. Like I did 20 countries last year, and this year I've spent a lot of time in Bali, in Thailand, I'm home, and then I'm going on a European road trip. So just having that flexibility was my goal, but it needs to be specific to you. So once you've determined what your goal is, you then need to work out how much does this goal actually cost. So for example, if you're just wanting to travel Asia and live in Asia, you can easily live off like 3k per month. If you want to live in like Europe and travel around Europe or America, you might need around 5k a month. So the goal for most of you will be to hit around 3 to 5k a month just to start with. And that's what I really push people to do when they start that online business, is to aim for that 3 to 5k a month, because this is often when you only have like 1 or 2 clients. You can really enjoy it because you've got that time and location freedom, and you don't need to worry about scaling your business for the time being. This is something you can do in the future, maybe when you've traveled a lot. So then the big question is, what is the best way to earn that 3 to 5k a month online while having that time and location freedom? So what I do is I have an online agency. So that is essentially, I provide a service to someone and they pay me in return. My service is online. I do social media and content production for different companies, and they pay me in return. And for me, the agency model is the easiest. 1, because there's very low startup costs. 2, is because it's pretty simple. All you need to do is book appointments, close on sales calls, and then do your service delivery. This service delivery could be anything. For example, mine is social media management. And then also it's very easy to outsource. So then you're giving the work to someone else or someone in your team, and then you don't actually have to do the work. You can focus on traveling. And most of the people I meet in places like Bali or in South America are running this agency model because it's the best when you want to travel and just to work online. And it's exactly what we teach inside of our community. For example, Tom last week has closed 4 clients in just a week, from having no skill set to then getting 4 clients, and now he's going to move out to Bali at the same time me around October, because he followed like the exact roadmap, built the agency where you don't need to start with a massive skill set. You can start from nothing, learn something, and then sell it as a service, and it gives you that freedom, and it's super simple. And if you're interested in the community or one-to-one mentorship with me, you can go to the link in the description, and we actually guarantee that you hit 3 to 8k a month if you work with me one-to-one. But yeah, in terms of the best way to generate the money, I think targeting businesses is the best, because you only need 1, 2, 3 clients to then hit that 3 to 5k a month. You want to be charging mid to high ticket prices, around $1,000 plus per month, because then you only need a couple of clients to manage. It's a lot harder if you're charging £100 a month to loads and loads of clients, because then you lose that time freedom. Okay, so you might be thinking, oh, I need an online agency, but what is the actual service I can provide them? And this is where you need to look at problems in different industries. So people pay for you to solve their problem. For example, social media management, they might not have the knowledge, or they might not have the time to run their own social media, so they pay me to do it instead. They might not have the time to do a lot of the things they need in their business, or it might be expensive to do all these daily tasks, so they pay someone to set up AI automation to run these more smoothly and save them time and money in the process. They might be struggling with revenue for their business, so then they hire someone to run their paid ads to generate more revenue for the business. So you can see that these are all problems, and you provide a service to solve this problem and then get paid for that service. So you might already have a skill set or an interest. You might have built up a skill from a previous job, or just something you might create content in your free time, and this is a service that you can sell. But if not, it's completely fine. You can pick a skill that you can learn in like 1 to 3 months that you can then sell as a service. And if you have no idea on what service or skill you want to learn, I've got an AI bot in the description. It's completely free. It asks you questions about your personality, your previous skills, any of your interests, what sort of industries you enjoy, and it will completely build your skill and service and what niche you need to go into based off those answers. So it's completely free in description if you have no idea where to start. And then once you've chosen this skill or service, you then want to package it up into a nice offer which focuses on the result. So you want to say something like, I help W person get X results in Y days using Z system. For example, I help gyms get 30 new members every single month using our content systems. So it focuses on the time, it focuses on the dream result of your niche and your client, and then it shows you how you do it. So that could be, I help businesses save time and money within just 30 days using my AI automation. So what you want to do is not focus on how you do it. You don't want to go into detail. You just want to tell them, this is who I help, this is what I do, and this is the result that I can get you. People want transformations. For example, if you look in like the online PT industry, people don't want to learn about the hard work. They want to learn that I go from out of shape to the best shape of my life, and that is what they sell. They don't sell how to do a bicep curl, really. You want to really focus on the offer and the dream result. So now you've got your service, you know who you're going to target. So now you need to know, well, how do I get people to learn about my service, and how do I get people to pay me for my service? So there's just 2 ways of getting people to learn about your service and get leads. So leads are just people that might be interested in your service. So you turn them from a lead into a prospect into a client throughout your process. And the 2 main ways of getting people to learn about your service and become leads, so someone that's interested in your service, is through inbound or outbound. So inbound is people coming to you and asking you about the service or asking questions. So that could be through creating content, that could be through SEO, it could be through having a website. So this usually takes a bit more time to grow. And then people come to you saying, oh, can I work with you? So obviously if they do that, they're a lot easier to close on a sales call. But the other method, which is usually easier, comes quicker, and is better for beginners, is outbound marketing. So this is something like sending emails, sending LinkedIn requests, sending LinkedIn messages, sending Instagram messages. You could even like giving out flyers. Obviously, I wouldn't suggest that as a main method, but it's basically asking people, can I send you more information about my service? Do you want to learn more about my service? Do you want to work with me? Obviously, there's ways to do this, and that's what I go into in my community and my one-to-one mentorship. But this is like the framework of it. It's essentially going up to people and asking, this is my service, can I help you with this problem? And we do this in a lot of different methods based on your niche and the type of client you have. And the main thing that you want to focus on with your outreach is you want to send them that offer that we've just created, the I help W person with X result, because that is focused on their dream result. And then you want to ask for more information and try and get them onto like a consultation call or a free strategy call. You don't want to call it a sales call. You want to provide value up front, and you want to understand their problem before you then pitch yourself to say that you can solve this problem. So that is the complete roadmap of how you go from this goal that you have broken down into the steps, and it will take you from where you are now to traveling full time in your 20s. You have to realize that if your offer sounds attractive enough and you're outreaching enough, if you're sending 50, 100, 200 outreaches, messages every single day, and they're the correct messages in the right method, getting 1 to 3 yeses is absolutely nothing, and it is so possible. So if you start to take action, it will come around so much quicker than you think. If you're doing that outreach, you have your service, you're creating a good offer, and you will get clients so much quicker than you think. As I said, Tom got 4 within a week, and he's actually got 3 more lined up just this week. So it just shows how quickly you can do it. And it's not just for people like me, it's for people that have never done online business or have any skills to start with. But yeah, as I said, I've got a community, which is the full roadmap if you want that. It's only £97 a month. No minimum contract, 7-day money back guarantee, so you can look inside the course, watch some of the videos. If you don't like it, you can get a full refund, no questions asked. Or if you want to work directly with me on a one-to-one mentorship and you have a guarantee of hitting 3 to 8k a month or increasing your revenue by that much, then there's also a link in the description to have a call and see if you suit our mentorship. And obviously I can give you free tips and a roadmap on there as well. But yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.